been up to oh, there you go. So guys, welcome back to the channel. Very exciting day here. As you can see, 155 is back in the yard. Been up to oh, there you go. Just been up to Chudley to Mason's to pick it up. So got her back in the yard, so we're going to put her straight to work, and we're going to get the front mower serviced up, ready for silaging if we ever get silaging. It's been raining for the past 2 days non-stop, but get the front mower in here, and I've got to change all the blades because the ones that are in it at the minute are too short. So yeah, let's go get the mower on. Our mower has an A-frame on the front, so we need to put the adapter on the front of the tractor. So that red A there sits on the front link arms here, on the top link. So I need to put some balls on the pins of that one. So I've got those here. So we'll put those on, stick that on the tractor, and then we can go and pick the mower up then. Right, so that is the frame on the tractor. I've taken the little R-clip out of here. This is what actually locks the mower on, this handle. So you take it down when you put the mower on, he locks on, you put an R-clip through there, and that stops him going back through his hole. These link arms are set at 88% on the computer, and then I lock them out because you don't want them dropping any lower than that when you're using them. Otherwise, the top of the frame here gets very close to the power shaft and does a very bad thing. We know that from experience. So when you want to lift the mower up and down, it does it on the hydraulics, but we'll go and put it on. I haven't done it for a while, so hopefully we'll get it first try, and yeah, we'll see what he's like. I did service it before we put it away last year. Only thing I haven't done obviously is change the blades, and they're the wrong size ones in at the minute. So we're going to put the slightly longer ones in, and it'll be job to good in. So go and pick the mower up. Right, so that's the mower on. For whatever reason, my buttons down here aren't working. Normally you can press these and that operates your bits, but it doesn't work. Why that is, I don't know. Maybe because I got it mapped to the joystick, but pass. I knew there was something I was missing. It's got locks on it to stop the bed tilting when you're on the road, and it also stops you lifting the bed up and down, which is no good when I want to lift the bed up. Right, so the mower's in its highest possible position at the minute. The bed's right up, the link arms are right up. So what we're going to do is just turn this tap that way. That locks the oil, so there's no way that bed can fall on me whilst we're working. We're just going to get the airline and blow all the dust off before it gets wet, whilst it's easy, and then we'll get in underneath. It might be a job for tomorrow. Get in underneath here, blow all that off, and change all the blades. Next thing I'm going to do is just attack all of these grease nipples with a bit of grease. There's a couple there. Basically anywhere there's a moving part, there's one there. At the top, same on the other side, and the power shaft we'll do separately because I'll take the power shaft off. We've had some issues with the power shaft on this in the past. It's a very, very thin tube, and it likes to eat itself if it's not well greased. So we'll take it apart, stick a load of grease in it, put it back together, but I'll do the rest of it in a minute whilst I can. Just to ruin any excitement, we're not planning on doing any silage anytime soon. It's far too wet. It's rained constantly for the last 2 days. Grass is still a bit behind, so we'll let it catch up. And when we get a dry weather window, we'll probably go for it, but it's got me light. So there's no quick change blades on this, it's a nut and bolt job, so you need to get the impact gun in on there, take all these off, change them all around for the slightly bigger blades. Right, after all this time here farting about trying to get the first blade out, I've realised I've made a bit of a mess up. It was actually the back mower that needs the new blades, not the front one. And now that I think about it, I remember replacing all these at the end of last year. So these, and I thought they looked fairly new, these will go back on. I'll put this back on the mower now. So this one's ready to go. He had all his new blades last year. So blown it all off, greased it all up. Jobs are good, and so we'll put the back mower on tomorrow and get that one in here somehow, and do the blades on that one, because they've got the shorter blades. They're about 20mm shorter. So we need to put the bigger ones on that they're supposed to have. So I'll put this blade back on, and then I'm going to call it a night because everyone else has gone home. So see you guys tomorrow. So guys, welcome back. As you can see, we're not working on the back mower, we're still on the front one. Me and John were messing around with some water pipes this morning, and whilst we're waiting for some bits to come back from fixings, we're just looking at the front mower, and we got wobbling these. And as you see, there's a little bit of wobble in the blades, but these, I don't know what you call them, hubs as I would call them, should be firm. So that one is. This one here was not firm at all. There was a lot of up and down play. So we've taken them off to investigate. If I take you over to the bench, so this nut goes on top of here, so he just becomes slack. So taking it off, cleaned it all up, put some Loctite on it, I think.
He's really good with advice.
Advice.
Wait. Hang on, I gotta get. Here we go.
Don't throw the spanner. No, I don't want to cross-thread him now either, do I?
No, don't make him cross. Don't make Fred cross. Me, you, super glue, look at the paper towel.
That is going absolutely nowhere. Right, so now there's no up and down lifting motion. Jobs are good and we can go and put him back in. Right, next job. This back into there.
Yeah, we'll get the right.
Ooh.
You are. Ah, you're back in. Where do you go?
10 minutes, I suppose.
Get your oven or your oven light here.
I burnt myself on that last time. Find another nut and...
He's
You want another one of them?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll see what I find. I might have got something like that.
He's probably
Yeah.
10 mil.
In the back room.
Oh yeah, well I'm leaving fuel in the back room.
Right, so he lines up now with that one, so he's not going to hit anything, so take that hub back off. Now I've got to bolt this down. So there's two slides here, one sits each side. Put these bolts down through, that's what holds them in place, and that keeps the whole thing down. Right, so hopefully we're winning now, got the light on there. So these little slides sit in, it's effectively just a washer for these bolts, and then they hold you up. I know my hand's in the way of the light. Same on this side, we're just having a bit of trouble. There's actually a little plate in underneath, which acts as a gasket, and I couldn't get him to quite line up, but Craig managed to get him to do it, so. This is the one for the other side, so just make sure he's all clean before he goes in. Right, breaker bar time. They weren't done up. Stupid. But then there's a fair bit of leverage on this, I suppose, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, they have a tendency to snap, those bars.
Do you know, I took that mower blade out yesterday,
Yeah.
realised I'd taken the blades off the wrong mower. It was the back one I got to change.
Oh,
Put him back in and tightened him up with this and snapped the bolt.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
You've cross-threaded or something then, wasn't he?
I don't know.
That's this one here then, is it?
That's the nut from the top, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't want to come undone, did he?
No, but I had him undone. I undone him. He was
Hot.
doing it back
Probably
up.
got hot.
Yeah, well, I put the impact on it to undo it, I suppose.
Got hot and then
snapping was quicker than So a good shot on there. Right.
Did you find an isolation, or did you just disconnect the battery in the end?
After sparking myself, I disconnected it in the end. I dropped the spanner whilst I was undoing the terminal, and he must have still been touching the positive whilst he touched something else metallic. And that's a 15. What's this bolt here then? What is this? That's a 16. That must be a 17. I'll be buggered. Alright, as Craig just pointed out very happily to himself, I never put this cap back on, so bolts off, cap on, bolts back on again. We also had to change one of these bolts. Where was the one that John had? One wouldn't come out earlier on, so we had to weld another one on top because we rounded him off pretty bad. So new one. Right, job's a good one. Take out my anti-turning device, spade handle. Right, there up on my tools. Done. That's us done for the day, guys. Not really the video I had intended to make. Hoping to get the mower blades changed, but little things pop up and you've got to deal with them, so that's what we did. So thank you guys for watching. If you would like to be a legend, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. That would be proper, and see you guys in another video very soon. Cheerio.